Howdy everyone, Lonely Brony here. Really excited about how the project's going to be coming along. So, with limited, introductory crap, I'm going to keep going. Actually, a quick spoiler alert. This is a quick reminder, because I don't think I've said this in a while. This fanfic is kind of raw in some areas, so just warning y'all in case you've been along for the ride but somehow forgot that this is a adult, not exactly, but like a mature-themed story. Alright. Chapter 11. The Cantalocian Empire, something like that. Alright. Neo-Cantalocian, I'm gonna say. Empire. Twilight called the guards and Princess Luna into the throne room. When they all arrived, they saw Twilight Sparkle sitting in Celestia's seat, Trixie by her side, and with Rarity, Applebloom, and Spike huddled in front of them. Rarity was still struggling to get up. "Twilight Sparkle, what is the meaning of this?" Luna asked. "Your aura is so dark, and that's my sister's seat." "That's because soon this is going to be my seat." "What?" "I, Twilight Sparkle, hereby decree that from this day forward, I am your ruler. The age of Celestia is long past." "You can't overthrow Princess Celestia," Rarity said, standing up. "The sun only responds to her and Luna." "That will soon change, but I only need the sun for a little while, and Luna's power will be enough to get what I desire." My power?" "I want a world fitting for my name. A world of constant twilight. Neither light nor dark, but in between." "And what do you plan to do once you get this world of neither light nor darkness?" "Well, without the elements of harmony, I can do whatever I want." "Without the elements of harmony?" "What did you do? Where are our friends?" "With any luck, they're, about 6 feet under," Twilight said simply, which made Rarity cry out in grief. "No. No!" she cried. Applebloom stepped back in shock as well. Applejack couldn't be dead. She couldn't. "Twilight, you didn't," Spike said, walking forward. "Please tell me you're just kidding." "You're not innocent either, Spike." "Huh? What did I do?" "You sided with them instead of me." "I wanted us to be together, Spike. You were my #1 assistant. But no, you ran off with your girlfriend over there, abandoning me." Sorry, guys, still sick. "No, Twilight, I was only doing what you... You told me you would always be there to wake me up if I needed you." "Well, I needed you, but you weren't there." "I have heard enough. Guards, arrest this monster on grounds of treason." The guards rushed forward. Trixie was about to act, but Twilight raised her foreleg and shook her head. The Twilight's horn began to glow dark red. "Arcane Shield!" "What?" Luna exclaimed. The guards were stopped by something invisible. The result was shocking. "You are no match for me." "Celestia herself wasn't a match for my might, so what made you think you would be?" "Your might? Who do you think petrified that stupid mare in the first place, I might make her a mantelpiece in front of the castle." You, Luna cried out. "I'll never forgive you! Were it not, sister, I'll avenge you!" Luna then charged towards Twilight, who, strangely, didn't look scared in the slightest. "Fine, I'll just put a stop... Fine, I'll just have to put you in your place as well." "Star Shower!" Luna called, flapping her wings and sending bright stars towards Twilight. "Arcane Shield!" The spell defended her, and the stars were sent back at Luna. The attack caught her off guard and knocked her out of the sky. "Why don't you stay down for a while?" Twilight said as her horn grew once more. This time chains came out of the ground and wrapped themselves around Luna's forelegs and back legs, restraining her to the ground. Luna struggled to get free, but Applebloom knew there was no point in trying to fight. Those chains looked unbreakable. Even though Luna wasn't as strong as Celestia, she was still a goddess. If she couldn't get free... Now, have you learned your lesson, Luna? Yes, my queen. So you surrender all of Canterlot to me, yes? Yes. Excellent. Now, you will obey me. A strange star appeared, and all the guards gazed over it with strange look in their eyes, as well as Luna. Oh, wait. Okay, sorry, I missed that apparently in the reading. Makes that for context. Uh, Twilight, okay, back when she was talking to Luna, right before Luna began to obey, a red star appeared in her eye. And it appeared again when she was talking to the guards. Sorry about that, guys, I completely missed that. All hail Queen Twilight! All hail Queen Twilight! They shouted. I now declare that we shall be called the Neo-Cantalonian Empire. All of Equestria will bow to us! Rarity, I see you weren't affected. I guess the element of generosity protects your mind from me. So, what's next? Are you going to kill me like you killed the others? Oh, heavens, no! I want you to live, so you can see the new world I'm going to create. Oh, don't cry. You'll be safe here. I don't know what you are, but you are not my friend Twilight Sparkle. That hurt, Rarity. That hurt a lot. Guards, lock Spike and Rarity up in the dungeon. What about this one? One of the guards said, pointing his horn at Apple Bloom. Take her to the lab upstairs with the other two. I can use her for my experiments as well. Rarity! Be strong, Apple Bloom. Remember, like an adult. Like an adult, that's what Rarity said. She promised Rarity she wasn't going to cry, and that meant even in this situation. She was scared, she wanted to cry, but she was going to prove to Applejack that she was like an adult. What sort of experiment are you going to do? Trixie asked, walking over to Twilight after everyone left. We're not going to hurt those three, are we? Of course not, Trixie. We just need 3 philies around the same age who don't have their cutie marks yet. But why? You'll see in a few minutes. Come on. I'm so sorry with this. My little ponies. The elements of harmony have continued to protect you and keep me tethered to this world. Unfortunately, my abilities are limited. I cannot guide you at this time. Please, save Equestria and rescue my... Applejack awoke with a start. She was lying outside on a stretcher. Thank God you're alive. Wait. Good, you're... Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm actually having a bit of a problem reading right now. Like, the words are kind of blurring together, but I'm pull through. Good, you're alive. We all thought you were dead, the firefighting pony said. What happened? Applejack asked. We found you and your friends in the rubble. Everyone else is already up. What? She looked around to find Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie in the distance. They both had their heads hanging, and Rainbow Dash is petting Pinkie Pie's back. Strangely, Applejack didn't see Fluttershy. Where's Fluttershy? She was the first to wake up. She flew off a second after she woke up. I see. I'm sorry, Pinkie Pie, she heard Rainbow Dash say as she approached. I hated doing that to you, but Twilight, she... Please, Pinkie, just smile, laugh, crack a joke, say something silly. Please, be Pinkie. Rainbow Dash. I'll be back, Pinkie Pie. I promise. What in tarnation happened, Sugar Cube Corner? Fluttershy and I stormed in and we saw Pinkie tied to the bed. Twilight captured Fluttershy and held a knife to her. And she told me she was going to kill Fluttershy. Unless I... It's alright, Dash. I know you didn't mean to do that to Pinkie Pie. You're in an impossible situation. I'm just glad I got there when I did. But poor Pinkie. Even Applejack had to say, Rainbow Dash had never seen so forlorn. Her mane was even beginning to straighten out. This was bad. Do you know where Fluttershy went? Unfortunately, no. She was gone by the time I woke up. I'd go search for her, but I need to stay with Pinkie. Again, I'm super sorry for this, guys. I understand. Look, I'm gonna start making my way to Canterlot. Canterlot? You do know how far that is, right? How are you gonna get there? I don't know, alright, but I gotta get there, even if it's on hoof. Rainbow Dash. My sister's over there, and I got this horrible feeling. Twilight went there as well. What are you gonna do when you find her? Applejack couldn't answer outright, so she let her silence speak for her. Applejack, what are you going to... I'll do what I need to do. Rainbow, that pony ain't Twilight. She ain't our Twilight. I didn't want to believe it. But the Twilight we knew is dead. I don't believe that. There has to be a logical explanation for why she's doing this. 1 week ago she was fine, and the next she's forcing you to write Pinkie Pie. Look, I hate as much as you, okay? But I ain't gonna put Equestria in danger on the chance that my friend might still be there. And I'm not gonna kill my friend when there might be a chance. I already hurt one friend. I'm not about to kill the other. If you go on that route, that's a road you'll travel on your own. If that's how you want it, fine. I'll go to Canterlot on my own. But I need you to find Fluttershy for me, in case I need help. I'm not gonna force her to do anything she doesn't want to do. If she doesn't want to fight, I get it. I just need to get my sister. Make sure Rarity and Spike are alright. Look. Good luck. Okay, AJ? I hate that you're gonna fight Twilight, but... you know. Right. And with that, Applejack packed a few things and began on her journey to Canterlot. I'm sorry about that, Pinkie. Applejack is gonna go to Canterlot and save her sister. You mean fight Twilight, right? Yeah. That's one of the things she wants to do. Should have gone with her. Huh? How can I be part of that? Oh, sorry, that's thought. How could she be part of that? Apple Bloom was thrown onto a magical circle of some sort. She looked around and saw that she was in a big laboratory of some kind. A little bit of repetition. Sorry, didn't mean to correct. Twilight was pacing back and forth, with a book floating in front of her. On the cover was The Secrets of Chronomancy. What was that? What are you planning to do to me? Hey, I'm talking to you! Apple Bloom rushed towards Twilight, but was stopped by a barrier. A second later, Trixie walked back in the room. Twilight, I brought the philies. Excellent. The barrier's one way, so they can walk in. Sweetie Belle? Scootaloo! Apple Bloom! Sweetie Belle exclaimed, running over the surprised Earth Pony and hugging her. Unknowingly trapping herself in the barrier too. Damn it, Sweetie Belle. What is she doing here? Now. She's part of this experiment too, Scootaloo. Please step in the barrier and play nice, okay? She had the audacity to sound motherly? Scootaloo shrugged and and willingly stepped in the barrier. Okay, something is up here. Why are you two here? Twilight said she was going to show us something really cool that she needed our help for. Yes, so we decided to be a true friend and help her. Celestia, you still on that? That was a month ago. And for your information, Twilight's trying to take over all of Equestria. As far as we know, she might be trying to turn us into monsters. Please, will you listen to yourself? Turn us into monsters? Not likely. Sweet, but besides, Twilight doesn't want to take over Equestria. She's a nice pony. Sweetie Belle, your sister's in the dungeons right now with Spike. Apple Bloom, it's not funny. Sweetie Belle, why on earth would I lie to you about this? Scootle, we gotta get out of here. Scoots, we gotta get out of here. I'm not going anywhere with you. Listen, I know you don't like me right now, and honestly, I ain't mighty fond of you either. But this is serious. Twilight is going to do something real twisted if we don't get out of here now. And done. Twilight said, closing her book, catching everyone's attention. It's time! Now, I need you three to stay perfectly still. I warn you, this is going to be somewhat painful, but I assure you, this is going to be really cool. I can grant you your heart's desire. Our heart's desire? What if I told you... Oof, Morpheus here. What if I told you... Sorry, gotta stop that. What if I told you that I could get you your cutie marks right now? I tried that, remember? Zecora told me the only thing that gets a pony their cutie mark is time and hard work. Well, I thought that too, until I learned the 2 spells that will help you get your cutie marks right this second. Really? I'm listening. First spell, Twilight said, making her horn glow. Accelerate. Age. All of a sudden, the magic circle began to glow, and Apple Bloom's entire body began to hurt. She knew she'd promised Rarity she wouldn't cry, but the pain was too much. She screamed until she noticed her voice was changing. It was getting deeper? She opened her eyes when she heard Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo cry out in pain as well. She saw both of them getting bigger and changing. Sweetie Belle's horn grew longer, and Scoot's wings looked bigger and stronger. The pain was so much for her that she thought she was going to die. But a few seconds later, it stopped. Apple Bloom fell down the floor and let the pain go away. As she rested, though, she noticed her body felt different. She felt more defined, as if there were more of her. She slowly opened her eyes and was shocked. Sweetie Belle looked a lot more like Rarity, only with a longer and fuller mane and tail, looking a lot like Fluttershy style, actually. Her horn was a lot longer, and she had really big and emotional eyes. Scootaloo looked like Rainbow Dash's twin, only her mane was shorter, as was her tail. Her wings were much larger now, ideal for flying. But the thing that shocked Apple Bloom the most was they both looked to be around Twilight's age. It was then that Apple Bloom felt the need to look at herself. She had a good look at her body and saw, sure enough, she was bigger now. She couldn't see her too well, but she could tell she had a fuller figure than Applejack. Here's the subtext where for those of you that are for humanized ponies, I'm not making this up. It says if Apple Bloom were human, she'd have big breasts, and the legs were actually very well defined. So more of a workhorse figure. I don't know. Generally, I suppose she's an apple. She has to be strong. There's a mirror over there. Why don't you three take a look at yourselves before we continue? Apple Bloom looked in the mirror and felt dumbfounded. What was staring back at her wasn't a 10-year-old filly. It was a 21-year-old mare. Twilight had aged them. I'm so beautiful, Sweetie Belle said, tearing up, her voice now deep and almost sultry. I look as beautiful as Rarity. Shit, yeah, Scootaloo said, actually sounding like Rainbow Dash, a little bit higher and more girly. This is awesome. What did you do? Apple Bloom said, her voice now sounding, at least she thought, deeper, but similar to her normal voice, if not with a slightly better dialect. Simple. I cast a spell that would rapidly age you. You are all now exactly 21 years old. What do you think? There is some magic to cause a pony to age, Trixie said. Unbelievable. Trust me, that's not all. In case you didn't notice, the three of them are still blank-flanked, right? Sweetie Belle, come here for a moment, will you? Twilight closed her eyes and put her horn to Sweetie Belle's forehead, and the horn grew. This time, Sweetie Belle closed her eyes too, and a second later, a symbol appeared on the Sweetie Belle's flank. It was a musical note, only it was surrounded by a magical aura. Apple Bloom's eyes widened when she realized what it was. It was a cutie mark. Sweetie Belle opened her eyes and stepped back, looked really nervous about something. Just do what you feel. I assure you, it'll be all right. Okay, Twilight. She began to sing. The tune she sang was almost sad, but still beautiful. There weren't any lyrics, only a tune. As she sang, her horn began glowing. It was charging with magic. When she stopped, her horn stopped glowing. Just to provide some audio, I think what I pictured when I first read this 2 minutes ago, I sort of thought of Aria, I don't know what her name is, but the person who sings Fear Not This Night. The voice of Fear Not This Night. It's look it up on YouTube sometime. It's a good little track. I suppose it would be on YouTube to view this. Anyway, Sweetie Belle, I can sing, but that's not all. My songs are magical. Can I cast spells by singing? Scootaloo, you're next, right? Oh, yeah, definitely. Twilight repeated the procedure. As Twilight repeated the procedure, Apple Bloom felt she couldn't move. That was a real cutie mark on Sweetie Belle, and had to do with singing, which meant it was truly hers. But something seemed odd. Scootaloo was coming in now. It was a lot different. It looked like something small and moving forward really fast. There was a streak of fire behind it. Was hers speed? I need a bike. Something that goes really fast. Twilight smiled darkly and pointed her horn to the side. A few moments later, a motorcycle, or what we call one at least, materialized next to her. Will this suffice? Oh my God! Yeah, there's no real way to put Celestia on that one, so I'm just going to stick with God. It's a magically powered bike. It's designed to go extremely fast, just like you wanted. After so long, I finally have it! Sweetie Belle, we have our cutie marks! It seems so unreal. Apple Bloom, this is just what we wanted! A spell that gives young philies their cutie marks, Trixie said, now even more mesmerized. Apparently she had no idea such magic even existed. So, you want yours too, right? Come on, Apple Bloom. She just proved she could help us. You can't turn her down. Please, Apple Bloom, I want us to be together again. Apple Bloom thought really hard about this. She saw herself. Twilight used magic to give people their cutie marks. It's what she wanted. She always wanted to know. She would finally know what her special talent was. She'd be a full-grown mare. And then she realized why this stunk so much to her. This was wrong. This was dark magic. I don't know what y'all did, but you can just forget me taking part in this. What was that, Apple Bloom? I want to earn my cutie mark the right way, not have it handed me with your weird mumbo-jumbo dark pocus. If that were my only choice, I'd say a blank flank forever. Well, I see where your alliance is. Guards, lock her up with Rarity and Spike. As for you two, I feel there's a lot we need to talk about, Bloom heard Twilight say before she was pulled out of the room. Rarity was woken from the dungeon door. Rarity was woken by the dungeon door opening. When she sat up, she saw the guards throw some pony inside the cage with her and close the door. Once the guard was done, she and Spike slowly approached the new pony to see who it was. Excuse me, but who are... I know I promised to be an adult and not cry, the mayor said in a very recognizable drawl. But y'all think I could just this once be a kid again? Rarity had no idea how it was possible, but this full-grown mare was in fact Apple Bloom. Rarity didn't know how Twilight did it, nor did she know what Apple Bloom saw, but she understood that this might have been too much for the little filly, or full-grown mare. There's nothing wrong with letting your emotions out. Even adults cry when it's too much. A few seconds later, Apple Bloom leaned into Rarity and broke down. Her sobs were filled with fear and sadness, as if Rarity was reading her raw emotions. It was too much for Rarity as well, and she also began shedding tears. Even though the situation wasn't completely hopeless, it sure felt like it. But right now, there just wasn't any harm in letting out their emotions. After packing up her saddlebag, Applejack stepped out of the house with Granny Smith and Big Macintosh next to her. Are you... Sorry. Are you sure about this journey? Oh my god, I'm sorry. That is the worst Granny Smith voice ever. I'm just gonna roll with it. Whatever. I do what I want. Cannon Waters are far away from here. Yup. For Spike, for Rarity, and especially for little Apple Bloom. I traveled to the other side of the world, and I'm gonna find 'em. I promise. You take care, Applejack. Thanks, Granny Smith. You're close to Fluttershy, so could you help Rainbow Dash find her, Big Mac? Yup. Love you, big bro. I love you too, little sis. Applejack stepped off the porch and made her way to the road to Canterlot. Once outside Ponyville, she stopped and looked up at the sky, which was dark and cloudy. Don't worry, y'all, she said with a nod. I'm coming for you, even if that means going through you, Twilight. And then she galloped away from Ponyville, completely unaware of the shadow looming above her. Alright, guys, that was another successful episode. Twilight's coronation. Thanks for listening. I hope that I am doing a good job, and I'm sorry for my, what was it? Yeah, like 3.5, 4 month leave. Well, with that, I hope y'all have a good day, and thank you so much. I have been Lonely Brownie.